Hi everybody, and welcome to Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. Keir Starmer increases defence spending to 2.5% by 2027. Well, at least he's doing something right. By increasing defence spending, the current situation is not as it was when it was in the Cold War, when it was Russia who was the threat. Now it's something different. And of course now Starmer has found the money. Or not him, but I should say Rachel from Accounts Reeves has probably found the money. But where's the money come from, I ask you? Well, it's come from cutting the budget from overseas aid, which is about time, because that is costing us a fortune. No wonder we couldn't find the money for increasing defence, because Starmer, the lunatic, and his obsession with overseas aid has prevented an increase in defence spending. Mind you, he's not to blame, Starmer. This started with Cameron, Dodgy Dave. He started this when he was Prime Minister in 2010. They increased overseas aid, and ever since it's been going up. And of course the other week we heard of some crazy stories about where the overseas aid money was going. But getting back to defence, and it's about time it was increased, because past governments have not spent money on defence. They've done it because they've relied too much on the Americans. And of course Donald Trump has told Europe, well, us, the UK and Europe, to up our defence spending and defend Europe more, which none of the European countries have been doing. But since he's become president, he's rattled a few cages, hasn't he, Trump, by doing this. And of course we saw yesterday he met Macron, the French president. But going back to our defence spending, it's always been a low priority is our defence. We've always had to spend money on the health service and other things, pensioners. But I don't know, like I was saying, going back to where he's found the money from, I don't know where he's got the money from, but he's found it from somewhere. I don't know how he talked to Rachel from Accounts Reeves into finding the money for this. Like Starmer said, he had to make a difficult decision about cutting our overseas money, which is a good thing. I don't know why we have to pay overseas aid for anyway. But he's found it. But mind you, 2.5% by 2027. It still won't be enough. We'll still be facing threats. I mean, you've got Putin making threatening noises. He's still involved in the war with Ukraine and other nations as well. Let's not forget China. They've got a massive armed forces as well. I mean, our armed forces, you could have been that decimated, you could fit what we've got now into Wembley Stadium. Our armed forces, because they've been almost cut to the bone, if you pardon the expression. But like I've said, he's managed to do something right, because normally he can make a complete mess of everything, does Starmer. Mind you, I was not impressed with his statement in the House this afternoon. Well, this lunchtime. It was the most boring statement I've ever heard. I'm still not convinced of him being my Prime Minister material. He's He's a joke, isn't he, Starmer? He shouldn't be Prime Minister. Mind you, to come to think of it, we shouldn't have a Labour government, but the people voted them in last July in the election, and this is what we end up with: a bunch of lunatics running the asylum. But like I've said, he's had to do this because he's been coming under pressure from Donald Trump. He's told us and the rest of the Europeans to up our defence spending, or otherwise Trump has threatened to withdraw from NATO. Over the years, Europe and us have relied on America for their protection, but now it's becoming, I think the Americans are becoming a little bit fed up of our so-called Europeans, the UK and the Europeans, not pulling our weight. And Starmer has had to act to do this. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.